what's up? This your boy Super Mario 1990 coming at y'all with a trailer reaction for the movie Tenet. It's supposed to be an upcoming movie this summer. With the pandemic going on, who really knows? I think it was slated for July 17th, but who knows if they're going to keep that date. But I saw a trailer of it. They dropped a new one just yesterday. I saw the first trailer. I think they said it was like a few months ago, 5 months ago, something like that. And it's a movie directed by Christopher Nolan, which of course is, you know, he's notorious for the Dark Knight trilogy that was starring Christian Bale, and Inception, of course. So you already know when you see Christopher Nolan's name pop up in a movie for a trailer, you got to put your thinking cap on because he's gonna mess with your mind somehow, you know. So I remember watching that first trailer, and John David Washington is starring in it, Denzel Washington's son, which to me that was real cool because I really liked him in Ballers, and I saw him in Black Klansman. So it's cool to see him get work, and he's gonna be in a triple, you know, he's gonna be in a blockbuster film, you know, directed by Nolan. So that's what's up. So his career is looking up and up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna check out this trailer definitely, and I checked it out. And you know, of course, you know, if it's gonna be anything like Inception, like, you know, it looked like it was gonna be, you're gonna be confused. It's gonna be complex, you know. And so I was going through the comment section just to try to, you know, get a feel of what, you know, people are thinking, you know, what might, you know, happen in the movie and things like that. But I remember my impressions just being kind of like, I don't know if I'll check this one out in theaters. I might save my little $5. I'm tight with my money, you know. So I'm like, I don't know, and especially now because I don't think there wasn't any lockdowns or anything like that. So we didn't know it was going to be this crazy. So I was still kind of looking like, now I'm really looking like, So hopefully the second trailer gives more insight into the movie. I mean, obviously, you know, they're not going to give away the whole thing or anything like that, because, you know, that takes away from the thrill of actually going to see the movie. But I don't know, I was just left with, I don't know what's going on. Like, it was real cool seeing the whole like rewind time thing, because it has an Inception feel to it. Like if you just see like just like the coloring and the visuals and things like that. I mean, obviously they're not doing like the shifting and turning and things like that, like, you know, completely changing the settings. But what was real cool was like kind of like seeing things reversed, because I guess what they're doing is they're kind of like playing with time and reversing time and things like that. So I just really wanted to know just a little more what that was about and what the point of that was and things like that. So hopefully this new trailer gets into that. So we're gonna go ahead, check this trailer out, and I'll give y'all my impressions. I will try my best to theorize what I think is going on in the film. Maybe I'll try my best, we'll see. But yeah, we're gonna check this out right now.
All I have for you is a word. Tenet. It'll open the right doors, some of the wrong ones too. Use it carefully.
To do what I do, I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
I'm not saying Armageddon here.
No. Something worse.
I gather you have an interest in a certain Russian national.
Might just bring me in.
You really want to know?
He can communicate with the future.
Time travel.
No. Inversion.
Aim it and pull the trigger. You're not shooting the bullet, you're catching it.
Oh, that's tight.
Whoa. Well, I've seen too much. Well, we'll try and keep up.
Your duty transcends national interests. This is about survival.
Seems bold.
Old, I'm fine with. I thought you were gonna say nuts.
This is where our worlds collide.
How would you like to die?
Old.
You chose the wrong profession.
happen here?
Hasn't happened yet.
There are people in the future who need us. I need Tenet.
We need to save them here and now.
It's reversing the flow of time. Doesn't us being here now mean it never happened? You want to crash a plane?
But not from the air. How is so dramatic?
Well, how big a plane?
That part is a little dramatic.
I want to crash a plane in the air. It's about to be a bang. Okay, a little better this time. Okay. So I mean, I did my little research to like what the word tenet meant, and it actually is a real word. Basically, it's a believer, basically, whether it's like a religion or a principle or a creed, whatever. So it's like a tenet is one who's, a tenet of Christianity or, Scientology, whatever, So watching this, what I'm thinking is going on, because if I remember from the first trailer, they didn't mention it in this one, but from the first trailer, there was something about him being dead, and then the guy says, "Welcome to the afterlife," John David Washington's character. And so now what I'm wondering is if there's some kind of like agency where these dead people are, maybe? Like, I don't know, I've never seen this movie, but maybe like the Rest in Peace department, how that they were dead, but I think they were like hunting aliens or something. It was like kind of like Men in Black, but they was dead or something. Something like that. I didn't actually see the movie, but I wonder if that's what they're doing. Like, his character's dead, but he's part of this group, or like I think they're an agency, I think, and he's supposed to prevent something big from happening. This is what it looks like is going on. And so what it looks like they can do, I don't know if it's him or people he worked with, or maybe this is just how things go, but it looks like things are happening like in the future, these foreseen things that are taking place like probably minutes, before, and then they rewind. So I'm wondering, it's like, okay, like his job is to go in and kind of undo certain things that had already happened to prevent them from happening, if that makes sense. Like, you seen him when he was like in the thing, like, oh, okay, it hasn't happened yet, and then there's this guy that just comes in flying in with the guns and everything. Maybe like that stuff went down and then he's planted in the scene, but he gets a chance to kind of do over the events of what went on, maybe like offsetting and changing certain things that happened in the future, but now he gets a chance to go in and kind of like undo some of the things. I think maybe that's where they're going with that, with the whole time inversion thing. Inversion is basically like it's basically like reversing things, which is what we see here. We see time being reversed. We're seeing like sequences being reversed. You saw him like shooting the gun, but really wasn't shooting. It was reversed. The bullets were going into the gun, which was pretty cool. He had this little Neo moment. He was like, whoa, that was funny. But yeah, it's kind of confusing, because it's like he's being, planted in these future situations, but I think he's rewinding too. Even though he's not supposed to know what's going on, he's supposed to do something about it. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like he was kind of rewinding too, not seeing everything being rewound. So it's kind of like, how can you impact something? Or maybe he's seeing it. Maybe he's seeing what's to happen. And so when everything is done rewinding, then that's when he can be like, boom, go in and change certain things. Maybe he has like, this visual to be like, okay, this person's gonna do this, and this. Like the person with the gun, when he like shot the bullet and hit the glass, but when they played in reverse, the bullet kind of like went back in the gun and the glass was clean. So maybe it's like after that whole thing is rewound, bam, okay, I saw what happened in reverse. Now I got a little bit of time to offset what's about to happen. I think this movie seems like it's like a succession of that over and over and over again until they complete whatever mission they have. which is, I think she said, to prevent, well, they said something worse. They kept saying World War III, and then it was Armageddon, but they're not saying what it really is. But something's going down, and it needs to be stopped. It probably already went down. That's what it's saying. It seems like something already went down, but they have the power to kind of reverse time, to kind of offset the events of what, you know, happened, so that it doesn't happen. That's what it seemed like to me. I don't have the most intelligent way of saying it or breaking it down, but that's what it's seeming like. And the girl that he was talking to, these people need a tenant or something like that. We gotta save these people in the future. So it seemed like whatever happened had already happened, and it caused a dramatic effect. And now this whole inversion of time is the opportunity for them to go in and change things. Kind of like Endgame with the Avengers, when he had, you know, zapped half the world, and now they're trying to go in and trying to reverse it. They was doing it through time travel. With this one, it's kind of like time reversal. So I guess they're taking advantage of the reverse time to be like, okay, this is what went down. This is how we're going to counteract it. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it seems like this movie is doing. And as far as the whole Tenet thing, I don't know what it refers to. She says, oh, the world needs a Tenet, which she seems like an Oracle type character to me, like from the Matrix or something. Maybe, you know, maybe she is the Tenet, you know, when they was using the word, maybe, or maybe she's kind of like, I don't know, Tenet gatekeeper, maybe, I don't know. She gives her advice or whatever, and then, you know, you choose to follow or do what you will with it. That's what it seems like that scene was probably about when John David Washington was talking with her. Maybe she holds kind of like the doors or answers or keys, or maybe just, you know, knowledge to something that can help him out, maybe. Or, you know, maybe spark a fire in him that can lead him toward believing something, maybe, or whatever. And there was also that scene where he says, to do what I do, you need to know, basically saying you need to know what kind of, some idea of the threat that you're facing, which the reversal of time kind of basically, it gives you that, you know, moment to be like, okay, this person did this, and this, they're doing this, and this. Okay, so now that I saw that, this is how I counteracted. That's what it kind of seems like this whole squad is about, that, you know, he's joining or whatever. So, you know what? I mean, well, we don't know how the pandemic is going to pan out, obviously. So, I mean, I don't know if it's going to theaters or not. I think they didn't even have the date up there, July 17th. I think we just don't know now. It's could be a possible delay, or it could be, you know, hitting places, other places maybe. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. You want that box office money. It's Christopher Nolan. You want that box office money. You want to come to the theaters. So I don't know how it's going to release or what's going to happen with that, but I think I'll actually check it out. I'm doing like some research and reading up on things and typing. It's like, okay, it's interesting. I like where this is going. I already like John David Washington. They got that cat from Twilight who's gonna be playing the new Batman. I didn't watch the Twilight movies. Never seen him in anything, so I don't really know what to expect from him, but we'll see. He seemed like he was decent in this film from the clips that they shown, so we'll see what's up with that one. Michael Caine's in it, of course, so that's cool. So, you know, he's got a pretty good cast. Not as packed as Inception, but hey, I'm here for Christopher Nolan and John David Washington, so it's cool to see John David get his just due and get his opportunities. Hopefully his career just keeps going, just skyrocket. That'll be cool for him. But yeah, I mean, I hope the movie does well for him and for Christopher Nolan, so that'd be cool. But yeah, I think I'll actually go check this out if I can, when I can, whenever. But yeah, it looked pretty good. But if y'all have any theories, let me know. I'm definitely gonna be going back into that trailer, watching it again, of course. I watched the first one like 5-6 times until I got a headache and I just stopped, and I went through the comment section there. So I'm just gonna be like checking out the threads, seeing what y'all think. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But yeah, this your boy Super Mario 1990. I'm out. Peace in.